Hello, folks. Welcome. Good morning. Red here. It is sunny in Wales for a record-breaking 3 days in a row. You'll be happy to hear. And we have just started the second campaign mission, I guess, after the tutorial. If you haven't seen my first video about how things work, go and have a little look in the playlist in the comment section below. But I've just started this map. While I start this map, I've come to realize that these maps are randomly generated, which for a campaign is kind of sucky. So, you guys out there, it's going to be slightly different. Well, it's going to be completely different. So, let's just crack on with it anyway. So, here's the plan. Number one, don't let the computer force us into an early victory. And we don't want to do that. No, we don't. Step 2, take total and utter map control. Step 3, kill everything. Everything, including our own side. As you can see, it's giving us with 3 victory solutions. And we going to avoid them like the plague. Because once they complete, the game is over and you can't come back and finish the map. Which is a bit sad. So I've had a little look at the minimap and here's a plan. I'm going to take this sector, this sector, this sector, this sector for Linden. And then I'm gonna set up a new base over here, I think. And I can have those 3 seconds. That's the plan at the minute. At the minute. So first things first, let's get our owls. Take them out, do a little bit of scouting, but not too much. Because we don't want them to trigger events. And unfortunately, and that is going to happen. Not going to be able to stop most of it. We'll try. We'll try. Okay. Alright. The second thing I want to do is I'm going to start up the top and work my way down so I don't have to come back up. Seems like the most plausible way to do it, I think, because I don't want to go down here and then have to come back up and have to deal with these 2 grey monsters. Maybe they're the good guys, maybe the bad guys. So propel 200 years in the future, and I can't remember why. Just totally and utterly forgotten. We can't do any research at the minute, but what we can do is ensure that our city goes into an extra growth as soon as possible. Let's knock that off and let's crank that up. That means it's going to go into growth in 2 turns rather than 3, and that's better for us. And I think I'll just end it there. Let's do it. A bit of manual combat. I don't know if I'm too sure about her tank. If I'm honest, not loving it. Let's just drag her over to the other side. She's got a little bit of support. Since those guys are pretty much melee squads. Oh, nice. Nice, Fred, nice. The hay fever's kicked in as well. Oh my god, come on. What the hell? Hay fever's kicked in. I think on that histamine, everything's going to be good very soon. Let's kick these boys into overdrive. Overwatch, rather. Overdrive. That should suffice. They didn't fall for that, did they? don't really want to give up on fire turn, so we'll just creep forward a little bit. They'll fall for it now. Patience is not the artificial intelligence's strong point. Where are you going, man? My god, what's going on with this interface this morning? Well, looks like we're in it now. We're in the shit now. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get stuck in.
Enemy destroyed.
Enemy destroyed. I think I'll leave the rest on Overwatch. Yeah. Sneaky little mother. Did you see that? They actually went out of Overwatch range. I like that. That's pretty smart. I mean, why didn't they come straight at me? They decided to go around and to the back. Interesting. Was that on purpose? It was actually quite smart. But I'm gonna break her. She's gonna take some damage for this, but it's okay. So if I didn't move out, does she take more damage from the ricochets that come off these guys? Because they do actually, I think it's like a ricochet that they've got. Actually damages anything that's around them. So 25% from that range. 5%? What the fuck? If I get these guys to turn.
Enemy annihilated.
Enemy annihilated. Right, okay. Last one. Go on, do it. 43%. Nice.
Enemy eliminated.
Okay, easy peasy.
They never stood a chance.
They didn't stand a bloody chance, no. No, they didn't. Alright, so that's one sector cleared out. Let's take out 98 food, and that's pretty awesome and sweet timing. Now, take this province. Annex sector as a province for Linden, yes please. So that's our first sector, right there. It takes a turn, one turn to activate. Let's have a little bit of a scan about, see if we can find some treasure. And now, since we have 4, we can set this back onto auto, I think, and we can kick off our research. First thing I'm going to get is nanite support, which gives us a nice little mod that heals us up and a couple of tactical operations. Let's do that. And then on the research tree, we are going to take frontier facilities, and that's going to give us a recreational dome, which is going to help out our happy population. Standard military infrastructure, which is okay, allows us to build better units, and a colonizer, which allows us to build another colony, which is what we want as soon as we can get it. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put more stuff into research because I want that colonizer like super fast. And that's knocked it down to returns. Yeah, that'll do. We won't have to play with this for long. It's just first couple of turns or so. And I think now we need to set up production, and we will make the central biofarm. Anything, bit of food, increases our population, and 2. Right, okay, now let's go over and clear this little nest out here. And then that's in an explored sector. Right, okay, so it's got a food resource. Overgrown biodome, resource known. Vital spreads are grown and manufactured here. Grants plus 10 food. Grass and additional plus 5 when plus 5 food when in agriculture mode. But that's no good to me. I'm going to put the food on this node here. Get more of a return from that, I think. Which is unfortunate because if that was down here and that was up there, it would be great. Yeah, I don't know. Nice food as well. So I don't think it's gonna matter. We'll do the food on that one. So we'll get the we'll go down there and get it. We'll clean this and we'll go down there and get that one next, I think. But for the time being, we'll put this on energy. So go to our city, go to sector production and Shining Heights, and we shall change it to exploited for energy. Thank you very much. Create a sector base.
Sector annexed.
We did. What's required? Thanks. And enter. Stop, hold it right there, filthy renegades. Return to your hovels immediately. We won't have to put you down like dogs, you cheeky. Nobody speaks to me like that. What is this madness, soldier? Is that how a returning crew of a sleeper mission is welcomed home these days? Step aside. Well, that's been 200 years, dude. Give him some slack. Sleeper mission? That's impossible. There are no more ships arriving from the void. Don't lie to me. Ruby Squad, Emerald Squad, Sapphire Squad. You're all madmen. You know what? I'll let you speak to the prefect. He'll show you how we deal with traitors. I don't believe these wretched creatures were once proud Star Union citizens. I always felt the Paragon were going too far with these cybernetic enhancements. But this, are they even still human? And what about colonist renegades? Have their brains gone rotten as well? Or is there something more to this? Time to talk to their prefect. Vanguard Central Command will know what is going on. In the meantime, we should keep our eyes open for commanders of Ruby, Emerald and Sapphire Squad. They mentioned there could be trouble. So pretty much now, search for survivors completed. Reward. Find the Vanguard Squad leaders. Accept. Appease the Paragon. But basically, all of our missions have kind of changed. Oh, kind of insane. I want to definitely be getting that one. Well, this is the problem. See, it just triggers events, and these will change. Explore. It has changed a little bit because that wasn't it before. Just added it, I think. Find the alien ship. Right, okay. So let's go and take this little. Not take it, but clean it out. I'm going to go to auto combat. Say no, I just thought, yeah, it'll do it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just want to speed it up a little bit. We'll fight the bigger battles, but these little three stack encounters are not very challenging. I can't take. Well, I will be able to take it in a moment. Let's reset our production. Great stuff. So that's going to finish in 1 day, which is great, and this is going to finish, and that will finish, which is perfect timing. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sorry for the sniveling. God damn. Ruby Elysium Park. Cool. Love the way the lights are still on. The entire city is like dead apart from this. Like, zombie safe haven. Right, where am I? Looks like our little robot friend has found himself some company though. Wait a second, aren't those road sweeper units patrolling the streets? Might not be an expert on maintenance robots, but the last time I checked they didn't require any laser guns to do the cleanup. Troop hygiene must have really dropped since we left. It's so funny. Good one, Commander. Though I doubt this place has seen any visitors that would have appreciated the clean walkway in quite a while. It looks completely deserted. Agreed. Either way, I suggest we interrupt this particular mopping up before your little pet gets blown to pieces. We want that pug. It's pretty cool. But I think locate Tapples. Okay, so we got some rewards for that, some research and some production. We'll take it. And I don't know if this is on a counter. If Tapples doesn't look like it is, so we're in a massive rush, and it's kind of on our way, kinda. But I was going to end. I thought I was going to get 8 in one turn. Lied to me. Right, so we got new research to get. And we will take, I think, the smart defense modules. Yeah, let's start that research. And for here, we are definitely 100% going to take frontier policies. And we've got a recreational dome now and our colonizer. So the next thing we're going to do is build a colonizer. Come on. Reduction. There she is, colonizer. So let's plonk that to the queue. And let's move our guys down. And clear this sector out. And then this one. And then we'll go and save our little robot buddy. Only thing is now I'll have to bring him back up here just to kick off this piece of land. Empire task technologist unlocked. Your command receives a random item for apply units to 5 separate mods. Use 5 tactical operations in close combat. Discovered Paragon dwelling. Okay. And then research nanite support,
Quantum-powered molecular machines are not magic, they're science.
And 2 operations. So I tell you what, while I remember, let's go to, oh, come on, I'm double clicking on everything now. Go to our commander and we'll slam a mod into him, nanite injectors. And we can't do that because we don't have any cosmite. Okay. Alright. Be like that. So the only thing left for us to do is
our colonies require
in turn, and do you know what I'm going to do as well, just for the sake of it, I'm going to make another colonizer. We can't because we've got no cosmite. Right, roger that. Let's rock and roll. Message from the Paragon faction. Ruffians, outlaws, thugs, how dare they oppose the will of the Paragon? Think of the children. Okay, so basically it's a mission. They just want us to kill this 4 stack here. This is from the Paragons. Paragons, kind of like the guys who live in this home world. I don't really care about my relationship with them, if I'm honest, and I don't want to be distracted from my growth, so I'm going to decline it. There's nothing really massively interesting as a reward, and as you can see the stack has actually disappeared, which is fine. We did lose a little bit of relationship with them, but nothing. Like if we go to diplomacy, you can see that our relationship is down to 10, I guess. It's usually more than this. I guess it's because we haven't bumped into them yet, so it's still neutral. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Of course, the more we do that, the worse our relationship will get, and eventually they will go to war with us. But I'm kind of interested to know when that score is. No, I don't want to go down there. I don't want to kick off the red. As you can see, there's a red sector there, so there's a mission there. I don't want to kick that off yet. I want to go exploring. Try to get as much of this stuff as I can. 2 canisters there, which is good. And I did put this back onto normal. I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay, that's good. Oh, it's required. Well, I don't want it to move any further forward than that. It did. So you're gonna pop in 1 turn. Let's have a look. Growth in 1. Yeah. And 2 turns for that. Let's go and pick up these canisters. Entry power. Who do we want? We'll feed it. What's this? While opening the various containers, a malnourished growth unit, worker bee. Take a look. Life train. That's a unit. Not really interested. Want the food more, so we'll take that. Okay, this other canister. We're a little bit close to that. They might attack that unit. You think of the red skull and it kind of roams about, so that unit might be dead. Just plonk that. There's nothing we can do at the minute. We've got to wait for our base to turn to 8 points, which will be on the next turn. So we'll boogie on down to spot. Well, our unit's a bit low. Do the auto combat. I hope not screw up here. It's fine. And we'll take this one next, and that one, and then go and save old nipples. Upgrade the hero. Alright, hero upgrade. What we got? What we got? Infantry commander. All light ground units in the hero's army deal 10% additional damage. That's kinda cool. Steady aim. Attacks with ranged weapons are 50% more accurate when fired from cover. 15%, that's good too. I'll take that, I think. 3 points left. Being specialist probably. Increases damage dealt with ranged weapons by 10%. Yes, please. Let's do that. And can we afford the mod? No, yes, we can. Oh, I'll tell you what. I don't really like this tank, so I'm going to cancel that. Let's swap this out for an assault rifle. It's better. We'll stick this nanite ejector. Can't do that. Confirm loadout. Okay. Upgrade commander. Range specialist 2. Infantry commander. Let's take it. That's not how you do it. It's got 10 points. Commander. On heavy ground using the hero's army deal 10% additional damage. 2 points. Let's go for range specialist 2 and we'll take vitality 1 as well. Confirm that. I can't afford to put nanite injectors on them yet. Been a little bit unlucky with the Cosmite. Normally been able to do that in the past. Okay. Yeah, you can stay there. Send the turn and hope those guys don't attack your buddy over here. Alright, good, good, good. Index can annex another sector. Perfect timing. So let's go up to our little buddy, our little drone, little owl. Click on the square, annex sectors, province for Linden. Yes, please. And now you can go back onto looking for stuff. And 1 turn for our colonizer. Nothing 2. I think I might pump up the production because let's just leave it like that. Now, as you can see, we've gone into -4 on our happiness, so we're definitely going to need to build this recreational dome. So what I'll do is, I think I will actually pump that up. Yeah, that's okay. It hasn't really changed, so let's do it again. Another one, 2 turns. Turn. Or is it power? It's energy for units, isn't it? Energy for units and production for buildings, so it is power, but it didn't change. Where's production when you're making it? That's just the cost of it. Well, either way, it's not changing anyway, so stick it back to auto. Right, what's next? This guy, this wandering guy, needs to go. Be worried about this unit if I'm honest, but let's auto combat it. They did good. Our boys did good. Ops ready to prime. Right, okay, so we have a doctrine. We've got 1 doctrine point to spend, and we have, oops, not that one, that's the wrong one.
Operations available for priming.
And what we're going to do is we're going to knock on this frontier survival. So we'll prime it. Takes 2 turns to prime because it costs 4 points, and we only have 2 per turn. So mathematically that makes sense. 2 turns. Close that. And we've finished some research frontier survival. So that's the one we just used. Colony militia. We have
Big city
pretty much
rules and civilian luxuries
makes
make
production
a
of
fighter like me
troops
soft around the middle.
cost a little bit less.
On the frontier, a soft middle makes an easy target. Teddy Slade, Vanguard infantryman.
And that's a colony upgrade, which gives units that are in the city experience. We won't be using that much, since most of our units are going to be out roaming. Our guys survive, which is good. 30 food. And a little bit of cosmite, if I'm honest. And we got some research. Now I think we are going to take, to start off, probably, let's take area surveillance. Yeah, because I want the extra, this line here gives you extra, what do you call them, doctrine slots. So we'll take this, and then we'll move up to food development to get that environmental conditioning for the happiness of our guys. As you can see, our happiness is probably still in the minus there, but it's okay. Once I built this recreational dome in 2 turns, all will return to normal and be good. Bear with me a second. Six. Right, okay, that's good. Right. End turn. Nothing more we can do here. Created sector base for Linden.
Sector
Awesome.
annexed.
What are we going to turn that sector into? So we did that on power, and we'll do this on production. Upgrade the sector to production. And I think we'll take this one next and get the food on the go. Health don't look too bad, so let's do it. Auto combat. I will be doing a bit more manual combat real soon. 132 power. And I think it's quite a way off from getting to 12, so we won't be able to take this sector for a minute. But I don't want this guy to roam out too far. He's gonna have to come back and deal with that. Let's have him Gerald do for a little bit, then he can go off exploring. Smart defense modules.
If properly targeted, a bullet will...
Okay, so the smart defense module is a T1 defense mod. They both T1 defense mods, and one gives +2 resistance and +1 armor, and the other one gives a unit becomes 20% harder and gains detection. In addition, the unit's scan and range on the strategic map is increased by 2x. Additionally, this mod grants +1 armor. Detection. This unit can see concealed units within its vision range. Got it. Ability type passive. Okay. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. This unit can see concealed units within its vision range. Concealed units. Alright. I don't think I've seen any stealthy units floating around, to be honest, so I don't know. Maybe there's ones that are behind rocks or something. Since the AI tends to move around a lot, it's not something that's a massive deal. And I'm going to take this engineering corps now, I think. Though heavy laser application is not such a bad thing. But I'm thinking, because this is a short map, I want to try to get the tank corps and the walker corps pretty soon. Because this is kind of like the heavy tree, the heavy branch. Up here, carrier command would be sweet. In the middle is more like light armaments. The bottom is, I don't know, maybe more operational stuff. Operation, yeah, pretty much operation stuff. So well, I want to get the big badass troops first, I think. Start trolling the map a little bit. Just let's kick that off. And got our colonizer now, and I think we're gonna get it down there as fast as possible. Hopefully, I think we'll attack it. And end that turn. Okay, so our doctrine has started, so we'll get +15 food in all of our colonies. And let's go and do this. Found Vanguard colony, yes please. So there's our second colony pop there. Takes a turn to complete. What's our food looking like? 9. You can wander around for a little bit more. Linda gained 1 colonist. Very good. That's very good. Now we can't do anything about this guy because we're at peace with him. Well, we're neutral with him at the minute. So attacking him would mean we'd have to go to war. I think. So we don't want to do that. He doesn't cause us any trouble anyway. I don't think he stops the production with him sitting on her like that. Since that's moved up to almost 11, we'll start pulling this guy back. Crash drone. Actually, that's not the guy. There's another guy over here, isn't there? They're both kind of close to each other. That's it. Okay, so since we've bumped into the Emerald Station, which was here, was it? Kind of confused now because both of our drones in pretty similar places. Right, message from the Paragon faction. Think of the children. So they're trying to pump that mission on us again. Now, we are pretty close, so there is something we could deal with, and we do get some influence and some power. So I'm going to say yes. Go on, we'll do that. But I want to clear this port out first. Pretty sure. Can't move there. Have to wait till next turn. Right, so we got our second C. You completed the builder as
Empire
pioneer.
task completed.
That's where we got our colonists from, I guess. Empire task, the economist unlocked. Energy reward 200. Research anywhere, whatever. You don't have to worry too much about these Empire tasks unless you particularly want them. If you go to your campaign, you can see they're always there, and we'll get them eventually. It's just stuff that happens when you play through. We've got a side quest here. That's to think of the children, which is there. We'll take this town, but in the meantime, let's deal with Nosbeth. The thing we want to do is build a biofarm, and then you don't have to build a biofarm. You can build one of these others, but it's the central building. So if we chose biofarm, all the others would disappear. But we want food for growth, and then we'll build a dome, and then we'll work on our sector. So it should be alright with that now. This is going to grow in 3 turns. Let's see if we can increase that. No, it's still 3. And then you see we finished our recreational dome. So now we've got 2 blokes working on happiness. So everything is good. Everything is back to normal. And it's going to finish that sector upgrade in 2 turns. And then after that we will build standard military infrastructure, which gives our city a little bit of defense. I'll just leave that like that for a minute.
If you want to improve your capabilities, you
Area
don't just set a goal.
researched.
You must also
Okay, so that pretty much gives us a couple of strategic operations, and we'll go back to that in a minute, but we'll kick off this operational effectiveness because I want the extra doctrine. And let's move our guys around. Definitely make his way back now, I guess. They were both together, that's why I got a little bit confused. You can go over there. You can keep on exploring. What's this? New recruits? Have you come to prove yourself to the great Hugh Yang? Hugh and his Emerald Squad. Be strong, be quick-minded, be disciplined, master your skills. I mean, who introduces themselves like a master your skills? You may yet be chosen to fight in the front line as really take the molten earth arsenal. You? Is that really you? I thought I would never have the chance to meet you as a grown-up. When did you join the Vanguard? Did you have a wife and children? How did you survive for such a long time? There's so many questions. Fang, my dear brother, does this mean he could still be alive as well? Impossible, my family is dead. My father's still alive. He would shoot you himself. He's a bit bitter. And the squad leader's attempts to trick me into his confidence will be met with gunfire. Oh no. It's me to see that my brother decided to conceal the truth about my cryosleep mission. But this is no lie, Hugh. I'm truly your father's, sister's, brother's, aunt's uncle, and I can prove it. Commander, I need your help. There's an interlocking pendant that saw a family heirloom, my brother's piece. It's hidden in a repair station, so secret. If we can recover it, you will believe us. Seems like I have 3 options here. I can support Lieutenant Yang on the search, wait for a different opportunity to convince you Yang, Jiang, or use military force. Yes, military force. Search for Fang's family heirloom. It's actually quite close. We'll accept it for the minute. It's not like we've got a lot of choice. Find a way to convince Hugh to end the fight in between the Vanguard. I'll convince him. I'll convince him with my barrel up his poopy. Right, okay. What is that? What is this? Paragonic repair station. Alright. Okay. I'm not quite sure where it is. Search repair station. Jack Gelder. I hope this pendant of yours. Oh, right, it's the pendant. Because this place looks like it's been wrecked by a horde of angry pteranodons. How can you even be sure, though, that this is where we need to search? For all we know, your brother could have switched working places a dozen times before he resigned. I didn't want to bring this up earlier, but let's just say that my parents were very preoccupied about any family members going missing, so they took some precaution. Dependents, they are more than just mere adornments. What are they then? Tracking devices? No wonder you never talk about your family. Yes. We could use them to find each other. When we landed, I located the print of my brother. In this position, last time I checked, it was still here, but now it appears to be moving. These are fresh hophound tracks. I suspect one of those creatures scavenged dependent. I remember several incident reports where exterminators found entire collections of shiny objects in the hophound burrow. Find the creature that ravaged the repair station. Fang Ying's family heirloom T3 defense mod. Targeting flare. Launch a flare, make an area of 1 hex radius. Units in that area gain illuminated, making them 30% easier to hit. They last for 3 turns. Oh, okay. Oh, 9 range, that's pretty good.
Objective
I get it.
completed.
Switch for Young's family heirloom. We got a Vanguard engineer, we'll take that. I think the engineer is probably going to pop on our base. There he is. Let's drag him. Alright, let's just leave it. I don't think that army is going to roam. I think we'll be okay. Victory condition. End the Vanguard conflict. So pretty much now we have to convince 3 guys to T2 unit. Empire Disc Diplomat unlocked. Causes this to gain 50 happiness. So pretty much now the mission is to convince these guys. Now see, it's changed. The campaign path has changed. End the conflict. Squad leaders convince. 1 out of 3. Now I don't know if I have to convince all 3 or just 1, because I'm pretty sure if you complete this, it completes this. So I'm not going to do anything for who. He can kiss my ass. Don't want the game to end that way. I'm thinking that we're going to still gonna do something about finding out about her pendant. What's required? Right, where's see there. Into turn. I don't think that we can fight you. Yes, we do. We'll auto combat it, and everything is granted. It took a bit of beating. Tapples. Here we go. The robot euphorically jumps from Liu Yang to Jack Gelder, slewing its antenna. Come here, Tapples on nipples. Now, there's a good boy. We have to promise to never run away like that again. Just look what you got us all into. Looking around, you may actually be worthwhile on this occasion, Lieutenant. Do you remember how all the ships here have been polished and flagged for our launch day? Now they look as if they belonged into a museum of the deconstruction hangars on guarded 20. Almost makes me feel like a living ghost. Level 3 vehicle, tier 3 vehicle. It's pretty cool. Take that.
Objective completed.
And we got a pug as well. And our pug will be up at the base as well, so let's move it down. And I think we'll just hang around here. We'll send this unit up there to rendezvous those other guys. We're gonna have to hang around here a minute until Ozbeth turns to 4. So he's on 11. Okay, so we can't go into the green area because it'll provoke a war. She can't move anymore. Orders required. Let's get him back up. Find the creature's ravaged repair station. Have to deal with that as well. I mean, we've got 9 turns to deal with this mission. We're alright. We're not pressed for time at the minute. So yeah, you can just stay there. Our research is okay. You publicly complimented us. Fine. Okay, so Nosbeth has leveled up and it's built its dome. So let's get this area claimed. Annex landmark for Nosbeth, yes please. Let's have a little look now at what's going on here. Okay. I tell you what, this guy doesn't really have to come back now. With our guys floating around here, go off roaming again. Send him down yonder. And I think I'm going to make a colonizer. This is handy to have one. And we'll do standard military infrastructure. Because this sector now, even though we've claimed it, that might change actually. Let's just knock it off for a minute, that might change. I don't think there's anything we can do to that sector. We might be able to upgrade it. I don't know. This is almost finished. And we'll build... I don't really want to make this like a military base because it's so far out of the way. So this will probably make a better military base. But this is pretty leveled up. So we'll put some defenses on it. It might be wise actually to make... Change my mind. Let's make a couple of troopers. 2, I think. I'm missing 2 stacks. So she's got 3 stacks now, so we need 3 troopers. And we've completed. Officers ready to prime.
Operations available for priming.
Okay, so still only got 1 doctrine. We'll come back to the doctrine once we get another one. So these strategic, you need to prime them, and basically this deploy monitor. Monitoring station appears as a target hex. Station provides a deploying player with a vision of 6 hexes. Now we won't really use it, but since we've got 2 points to spend, we might as well prime them. So I'm just gonna, and we've got plenty of energy, so I'm gonna prime them both, and then when we need them, we'll pop them. Reveals the location nearest and explode hostile spawner. You know, so what? Don't really use them that much. But we'll prime them anyway. Okay, let's move that stack onto there. So he's got a stack of 3 now. Actually, let's move a bit closer. And he doesn't need to be there, so we can move him up and all. Let's deal with this mission first. Let's bring our little buddy. No, he's already moved. Unknown commander completed the emissary Pioneer. So someone else, one of the other team guys, have finished that engineering core.
Before me were the brightest minds of my
So we can now equip shotguns, and I think next we'll take the air core. Okay, so we can build engineers now, and we can equip shotguns while we're here. Got a little bit of cosmite to spend, so let's go to our guy. And we'll put some mods on him. This is one that allows him to heal. This is the one that gives a little bit of resistance. So we can chuck that in there. And we run out of Osmite already. Well, Osmite's coming in pretty slow this game. Let's just confirm it. Close. Okay, and let's move our little buggy guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And nothing more to do, so send out turn. Okay, so Lindex can annex another sector, which is awesome. So she's up to 12. And Linden produced standard military.
Production ready.
So he's going to start pumping out 3 units now, so we can get this stack up to 6. So let's finish this mission. This is a bit of a tougher fight. Leave-6. Paragon faction demand. Paragon faction demand. Just the person we're looking for. It's come to our attention that tribute has not been made. How about you kiss my ass? Your relation level Paragon faction has been reset. Diplomatic state neutral. That's fine. You want to go to war? I'll give war.
Just
Right, so we got another
envision a
doctor
better
now.
life where
Back to it. Got another doctor in. We've got 2 Empire upgrades. Plus 2 strategic operation points. So that's gone up to 4. So we can produce, I think we produce 4 now, or we still produce 2, but our cap is 4. And that's gone up to 4 as well. And that's basically the amount of things that we can do per battle. So we can launch 4 tactical spells, I guess, per battle. And that's gone up by 2, and our doctrine has gone up by 1. I think we better go and get that environmental conditioning. Research on the environmental conditioning. There's a botanical gardens upgrade which gives 2 happiness. We'll get that, and then we can forget all about it. And of course we give our food a little bit of a buff as well. So now we've got another doctrine. Let's go to
Operations available for
Arsenal
priming.
and see about kicking one of these doctrines off. Now we're not too interested in the colony militia at the minute, although not so bad, but it'll take 1 turn. We are producing units. Production cost of all units reduced by 10. But I'm not too worried about that. Spaceport tactical integration. The energy cost of tactical operations is reduced by 30%. In addition, tactical operations can now be deployed in the first turn of combat. Yes, please. Or we could do the builder. Only requires 20% less production. So no, we'll do that. We'll start priming it. The only thing is now, it's not going to be active for this fight. I'll move it. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take this. We'll annex this province. Can we move him back into position? No. And we can't do anything with that sector. Let's just move him around a little more. Hopefully pick up some cosmite. I don't really want him to move far. Let's take that. So we'll just. Now we're producing units as well. I mean, come on, let's move him down. See if we can find some stuff here. Okay, so let's end this turn. Happiness in Nosbeth. Michael Valentine. Jack Elder. I should have known it was you. He's so funny. Who had returned to Leave-6? The air has reeked of arrogance ever since I heard reports about your landed sleeper vessel. Valentine, somehow I'm not even surprised to find you alive. Bad weeds grow tall. Still, I never expected you to turn against your precious Paragon friends. What happened? Did they no longer handsome you enough? Or did they no longer look handsome enough for you? Same thing. Difficult, mocking other people's misery. While you were frozen solid, the rest of us struggled to survive. My position granted me cryosleep access. With the water fight, I've been in and out of cryosleep. Anticipation of some sign of Star Union would return. Well, we'd return, dude. Imagine my disappointment learning it's you. You prick. Spoken like a true dickhead. This is why I always enjoy chatting with you. Fun times aside, don't you agree that it is time to end this unnecessary bloodshed? When necessary, I'm not surprised that you fell for Hugh's innocent act. Go ahead, ask him what he did that night in Elysian Park. So my cooperation improving not just after my supplies. Go to Sector 43B. Pyrex fires threaten our energy sectors, our reactors. Quench them and we can talk again. We know now that the different squad leaders have been employing Promethean weaponry throughout the planet. Who mentioned the molten Earth arsenal which had to be reconquered, so I would assume it is a supply base where those weapons are stored and manufactured. Sounds like a place that we should pay a visit. I'm still not sure if Valentine was mocking me when he referred to Elysian Park, sending me on a wild goose chase through deteriorating pleasure park. Sounds like something he'd enjoy. Still, I cannot ignore the possibility as a point. As opportunistic as he may be, Michael Valentine is still a Vanguard officer. Vanguard officers don't joke about war. Michael has captured your claimed sector. Okay, Michael has captured a sector. Because of your claims in this sector, you have gained Cassius belly or casus belli. 5 points on Michael, allowing you to declare war on them with popular support. I'm going to just close that. So it hasn't really convinced Michael Valentine to cease fire. Get a Vanguard Walker's reward. Okay. Extinguish the Pyrex fires. We'll accept it. Find the Promethean military base. I'll accept it as well. So missions. Search Elysium Park to learn more about the incidents led to the escalation of Vanguard conflict. So we've got loads of missions here, and even though they kind of popped into side quests, you've got to be really careful. One of these objectives. You've got to be really careful which ones you take, because you don't want these guys on our side, really. So we got to avoid them. Change relationship to peace. Okay. Happiness.
Happiness event in colony.
Due to happiness of your populations, boost 100% income. That's awesome. We built a trooper
Production
unit.
ready.
So we can move them down into this yonder stack. Move our guy over 1 because we'll be attacking this. Actually, let's move in. Let's move them closer together. Create a
Sector annexed.
Okay, so we've annexed that. Good. Now it just needs an upgrade. And this is going to be our food sector, I think. So let's go to Linden, kind of sectors, and we'll change Rage Grove to agriculture. Let's knock her off. We'll do that. And we'll build out botanical gardens as well. Doctrine has started, which is good, and our operation is ready to launch, but we're not going to launch it yet. So as you can see now, it's primed and it's jumped into the ready. So I could click on that and I could click launch now, and it would do that. Deploy monitor. Never actually used it, but I don't see any need for it right now because I don't care about what's going on the rest of the map. Okay, right, I think guys it's creeping up to an hour. Let's just move this unit around. Sinner of House Timur. My, look what we've got here. More volunteers to serve the glorious cause of Timur. House Timur isn't that kind of pretentious name for the syndicate would give to the criminal organizations. You are the ones from the ship we encountered at the spatial rift. I was supposed to find the entire Vanguard squad at this location. Tell me what you've done to them. Oh, you are feisty. Don't worry, friends, darling. We've taken him to our care. Took them into care, turned them into slaves, you mean? Kirko were only a small part of the living property we found as we inspected the syndicate. Back then, had to obey the law and accept whenever the ones responsible could bind themselves up with a punishment. But the situation's changed. I suggest you leave the planet without your volunteers. Sorry, darling. But the problem of House Tamir is non-negotiable. However, I may be convinced to refrain from further acquisitions when I'm compensated for the losses caused to me by such a withdrawal. I have a list of supplementary items that could be manufactured in your colonies. Provide me with enough of them and I shall reconsider your quest. What should I do? I want Satan off the planet, but do we want another full-scale war? Meeting your demand seems risky since she may be stalling until backups arrive. The thing I can say for now, for sure, is that whichever option I choose, dealing with her is not going to be an easy task. Cooperate with Sinner. We'll accept that.
Objective completed.
Find the alien ship completed, and we've got a Vanguard gunship.
Objective completed.
Sweet. And we've also got a Vanguard level tier 2 Vanguard assault bike. Ooh, sweet. Okay, so since we've got 2 units, Lieutenant, you look unsettled. If there's something bothering you, you can always speak your mind to me. Thank you, Commander. There's nothing really. Alright. Okay, spit it out. Spit it out. Alright. But you must promise to keep this between us and not embarrass me in front of the squad. Ever since we landed, I have this eerie feeling of being watched. I can sense that something is off, but no matter how hard I pay attention, I can't find the concrete evidence to support my paranoia. Yeah, it's just paranoia. Last few weeks have been rough for everyone. Just leaving our past lives behind in Christ, now this madness. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's probably nothing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said. Okay, get in there. Get that unit. Well, he does. Well, he does have enough. But what can I? Right, so she got a stack of 6. I was making a unit, so I can cancel this. Yes, thank you. Let me just double check. Now we can build a starship maintenance bay on here, and that gives us an upgrade of mechanical use, reducing this colony have +2 resistance to all damage. That is so sweet. We'll take it. Build it. And we'll have our colonizer up in one go. So let's just move this guy around. Heavy duty manufacturing plant. Right, okay, so can't do it anyways, moving forward. Okay, another one free to move. Oh, it's goddamn free. Right guys, I'm gonna end it here. It's come close to an hour. Everything's not going bad. We've got missions all over the place. We are expanding rather nicely. And we need someone now to plonk our next colony. So I'm going to be looking for that. So I'll end it here. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to give us a like and please subscribe. And I shall see you very soon. Take care.